However, Bible principles should be noted and considered prayerfully. This applies to such principles as the need to avoid offending the consciences of others. Especially should we be concerned with principles involving our relationship with God. If Jehovah is real to us, we will primarily ask ourselves, would my doing this work make Jehovah feel hurt, causing him pain? When preparing for the Watchtower study or the Congregation Bible study, we ought to bear in mind the need to meditate on the information presented. Do we find ourselves always quickly underlining the answer to a study question and moving on to the next paragraph? Such study sessions are unlikely to deepen our love for righteousness or to develop within us a sensitive conscience. If we are to come to love righteousness, we need to study diligently and meditate on what we read in God's written word. There are no shortcuts when it comes to learning to love righteousness with all our heart. Hunger and thirst for righteousness. Paragraph 14. Question. How do Jehovah God and Jesus Christ want us to feel about our sacred service? Jehovah God and Jesus Christ want us to be happy as we perform our sacred service. What will contribute to our happiness? Why, a love of righteousness. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus stated, "Happy are those hungering and thirsting for righteousness, since they will be filled." Matthew 5, verse 6. What significance do these words have for those who have a desire to love righteousness? Paragraphs 15 and 16. Question. In what ways can spiritual hunger and thirst be satisfied? The world we live in is ruled by the wicked one. If we pick up a newspaper in any country, we find reports of cruelty and violence on an unprecedented scale. Man's inhumanity to man is troubling for a righteous person to contemplate. As those who love Jehovah, we know that only He can satisfy the spiritual hunger and thirst of individuals desiring to learn righteousness. The ungodly will soon be removed, and lovers of righteousness will no longer experience the distress caused by law-defying people and their evil deeds. What a relief that will be! As Jehovah's servants and followers of Jesus Christ, we realize that all those hungering and thirsting for righteousness will be filled. They will be fully satisfied through God's arrangement of the new heavens and the new earth in which righteousness is to dwell. 2 Peter 3, verse 13. So let us not lose heart or be amazed that oppression and violence have taken away righteousness in this satanic world. Jehovah the Most High knows what is taking place and will soon deliver lovers of righteousness. Benefit from loving righteousness. Paragraph 17. Question. What are some of the benefits that come from loving righteousness? Psalm 146, verse 8 emphasizes an outstanding benefit of following the path of righteousness. The psalmist sang, "Jehovah is loving the righteous ones." Just imagine, the sovereign of the universe loves us for loving righteousness. Because of Jehovah's love, we are confident that He will provide for us as we keep kingdom interests first in our life. Psalm 37, verse 25 reads, "A young man I used to be. I have also grown old, and yet I have not seen anyone righteous left entirely, nor his offspring looking for bread." Proverbs 10, verse 3 reads, "Jehovah will not cause the soul of the righteous one to go hungry, but the craving of the wicked ones He will push away." Eventually, this entire planet will be enjoyed by lovers of righteousness. For most of God's people, the reward of having practiced righteousness will be overwhelming joy and life without end in a beautiful earthly paradise. Even now, those who love God's righteousness are rewarded with an inner peace that contributes to harmony in their families and in their congregations. Paragraph 18. Question. What positive things can we do as we await Jehovah's day? As we await the arrival of the great day of Jehovah, we must continue to seek His righteousness. Let us therefore manifest a genuine love for Jehovah God's upright ways. That includes keeping the breastplate of righteousness firmly in place to protect our figurative heart. we also need to maintain a good conscience, one that will bring pleasure to us and cause the heart of our God to rejoice. Paragraph 19. Question: what should we be determined to do, and what will be discussed in the next article? Jehovah's eyes are roving about through all the earth to show his strength in behalf of those whose heart is complete toward him. 2 Chronicles 16, verse 9. How comforting those words are to us as we do what is right in the face of increasing instability, violence, and wickedness in this troubled world. True, our righteous ways may be puzzling to the masses of mankind alienated from God, but we benefit ourselves greatly by adhering to Jehovah's righteousness. So then, with a complete heart, let us be determined to continue finding enjoyment in loving and practicing righteousness with all our heart. However, having a complete heart also includes hating lawlessness. The following article will show us what this means. After listening to this article, how would you answer? Why is appreciation for the ransom necessary in order to love righteousness? Why is it vital that we wear the breastplate of righteousness? How can we train our conscience? End of article.